Is my grandpa secretly Commissioner Gordon? What burger of the day do I want to eat today?
How does Ben Grimm have children?
How is Hope gonna get herself out of this one?
Let's have a conversation.
Hello, welcome to Conversations with the Goob. I'm the Goob, as you know. We'll have a conversation. So today is Lionel's birthday. Not the day you're watching this, but the day that we're recording this. So I thought we would celebrate with some martinis, Lionel's favorite drink. It doesn't have alcohol in his, but don't tell him that. In case you're curious why he's so interested in it, it is a dirty martini. I found out that olives are so closely related to catnip that it actually has the same flavor and properties to it to cats. So he really enjoys drinking them. I thought that this might be a fun video to do my conversation talking about how cats are superior to dogs. That's a fact, not an opinion. And I also thought I might give a little history on Lionel himself, because when we adopted him, he has a neat little story. So we have this little draining ditch out back. I'll put a little video right here.
So this is the area that we found Lionel in here. Down in this ditch down here, you see where the little blanket is that we put down there for him back then. And then we just left it down there, but it's just he just couldn't jump out of it, and so his mom left him.
And it's not a draining ditch. It's the little window into the basement, as you just saw. But when he was a kitten, like just a week old, if that, his mom left him and his two siblings in this little area, this little well, and they jumped out of it towards the end of the night. My wife saw them in the morning, and later in the day they had jumped out. Well, he couldn't jump. He still has midget legs and can't jump very well. We put some food and water in there, even though he's a tiny kitten, was way too young for that, but we still put it in there for him. And a couple hours later, we come back and the mom jumped in, ate all the food, and knocked the water over, and then left him again. It was going to be freezing that night, so he definitely would not have made it through the night. So we put him on our back porch, and we didn't want to get attached to him. We were trying to find a home for him. So we weren't going to name him. Actually, our princess was actually ignoring him, and usually she doesn't do that, but I couldn't. He was such an adorable little fluff ball. I'll put a picture of him as a kitten down there right here. And so yeah, he was an adorable little fluff ball. And every time I came home, he had these tiny eyes and looked so sad. I had to get milk in a bottle from the store, because we had to bottle feed him. He was way too young to be away from his mother, and we left him on the porch. I would give him a hug like this every time I came home, put him on my little shoulder, and to this day, when I come home from work, he usually greets me. Now that Mavis has lived here, he's too afraid to come downstairs, but he still runs up to me to pick him up and give him a hug on my shoulder, and getting it all over the table. But so she called him LG for little guy, and so his first name was Elgin, as like a proper name for LG being short. And then when we decided to keep him, we thought, he looks kind of like a lion, and she was thinking of naming him Simba. I'm like, that's overused. First thing that popped in my head was Lionel, Prince of Thundera. So before we let him move into the house with us, whenever the door was open, he would just walk in, and he had his chin up in the air, and he was all, "This is where I belong," and just walk right in. It was cute. So he became part of our family. We decided to keep him right after I found a home for him. I couldn't give him up. He's a bully, but he's my bully. But anyway, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about cats versus dogs. So one of the main things that people always talk about with dogs are more useful than cats, and I'm always thinking, what do you mean? And their only argument is ever, well, if someone breaks into your house, they protect you. Well, I mean, sure, that's true and all, but maybe once or twice? Like, if someone breaks in your house more than 2 times and you're not, like, getting better locks or getting a better security system or moving, what the hell? So that's like 1 or 2 times. Whereas cats are useful as, did you know, and you can look this up, I learned this on a Discovery Channel or Animal Planet, one of those, you are never any more than 10 feet away from a mouse at any point during the day. There's always a mouse within at least 10 feet of you, at the very least. Or at the absolute most, I think. Yeah, they're never more than 10 feet away. You can never. When you have cats living in your house, you rarely ever see mice. They eat the mice, or even just the mice can sense that they're there and they don't come in. So, and that's not something you can move away from. They're always going to follow you. The mice will always be there. Then cats. Another argument people have is smell. People are like, well, those litter boxes smell. Well, first off, you're supposed to have 1 litter box for each cat plus 1 extra. So we have 4 cats, we have 5 litter boxes. Now, we change them once a week, and they do get kind of smelly by the end of the week. You know, we can smell that ammonia, but it's nothing like a dog. This dog stinks our house up, and it's her drool, especially in the summertime on those hot days when I would come home. It would just reek of dog in the house, and even when she gets bathed, it just reeks, and her drool and her breath smell, and she farts, and yes, the cats fart too, but like she just seems to fart all the time, and it just smells like dog, and it stinks. Now, not all dogs do. Our friends have this little dog that's like part beagle, part something else. It looks like the dog from Futurama, and he doesn't smell like that. So I don't know why this doggy does. Want more? No, so, and then this dog's like 95, 100 pounds and wants to jump on our laps. We're Lion here can always jump on my lap, even though he's a fat boy. Better to cuddle with. So cats are more superior. So I thought for our conversation, I want to know about your cat down below. Tell me when you got your cat, how you got your cat, if there's a neat story behind your cat like mine. I might talk about our other cats because, Fat Cat, he has a nice story of how we adopted him. Wilbur and Orville are interesting, but they're brothers. They'll have their own video together. I won't give them each separate one. But just tell me about your cat down below. I don't think you can post pictures on YouTube, but if you can, post a picture of your cat down there too. So thanks for coming.
And I forgot to in my video, Princess was kind of like running around the ground and climbing over things. It was weird. It distracted me, so I ended things early. But when you have a cat, you use the litter box. You don't have to worry. You just dump it in the trash can. You know, maybe you scoop it every day or whatever. But with a dog, this dog right here, she fills this entire backyard with poop. Jen's supposed to clear it out, but she doesn't that often. And then it gets to the point where no matter where you take a step, you're stepping in some poop. And that's a lot more work than the cats. It's another reason my cats are better.